Why are you here on Earth? What's your purpose? Do you have the power to save your family? Do you have the power to save your country? Do you have the power to save the world? Everyone has problems. Are you being truthful to your problems? Are you hiding your emotions? Do you acknowledge the unseen universe?
It's the King of Trouble talk show with real experience, with real culture and people across the world. Let's travel.
All right, so what's good? We talking about the passport bros right now. We're gonna definitely do a continuation of what we spoke about. But listen, Cleo, I want to get more in depths of this situation with you because you told me a story earlier, and listen, these type of stories, don't keep this to yourself. Let's let the public know what the real deal is. Because you was talking about, why people becoming drunkies and a lot of people becoming drug addicts. And, let's get in depths of this and tell me a story you done went through. And not just what you went through, but what you have seen other people face because of situations that's causing men to want to be passport bros. And is it worth to stay in the situations that they're in that's causing them to mess with their mental health? Because mental health is a big situation. Your mental, if you don't have no mental and you ain't in the right state of mind, you can't even live a happy life. So what you saying, Cleo? Talk to the people. Let them know what the real deal is.
I think, for me, from my experiences, I think I've seen it, women, even some, women that were relative to me, right? That actually made some mistakes in life, waiting for the right man, coming from that background and myself getting involved. Let me just switch off. I thought these things was gonna appear on the, but my camera can't go down. So, my relatives actually went through that, and and myself too. When I grew up, I've seen it. Friends of my family, going through and experiencing the whole thing, and I have seen people, men and women, going through the same thing, the hardships, and it has brought the broken down, like from like I've seen my grandmother, who actually was like actually better off from my step grandmother, you know, but she left the husband when the situation got out of hand when the man went out. So I suppose, I know the attitude of my late grandmother, rest in peace, but I see that she had a different attitude. But going out of that, and myself as an individual experiencing, the same kind of a hardships in life as, even as a teenager,
Mm-hmm.
you meet girls. Even from primary school,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you, you meet ladies that actually have their own preferences, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if they fall in love with you, it's not like you fall in love in primary school, but there's that person you talk to and you pretend like you're in a relationship, and
No
you
play
find,
relationships.
yes, relationships. You just feel like you're in. From there, you can see that the girl chooses your friend. I mean, I know these things that I've experienced, and I have seen it as well as a teacher when I used to teach in a public school. I've seen the kids. I used to teach at a primary school, and the kids would come to me and tell me, "Oh, my girlfriend left me for my friend because
Mm.
my friend's house is big." Can you believe this?
Are you
You know,
serious?
I'm so serious. I've taught in the public school, and this thing has happened a lot. Has happened a lot. I've seen it with the different races and stuff like that. You know, then all that comes down to me experiencing the same thing. That
Mm-hmm.
you want to give love. You want to build the institution. This is not a barber shop. This is not a salon. This is an institution. You love this person, not just love, but you have felt like you want to build this institution, and you want to be in love with this person so that you can now forget about looking, being a suitor and looking for a woman and stuff like that. You just want to put your foot down and love somebody, give your love. I mean, when I was young, I had a dreams. I wanted to give my all because you know why? I was trained by my parents. I was trained how to love, how to be kind, how to be sweet. This is the old style, man, and this is outdated. And this is what is happening in America right now because men are experiencing the same outdated systems where your parents teach you how to treat a man. And we all taught, taught everywhere how to treat a man. It's there. Love songs, how to treat a man. If you listen to R&B, most of the R&B love songs is all about how to treat a man. How to treat a woman, you know. And my
Mhm.
parents actually taught me that, and I received that, and through the media of music and novels and books and stuff like that, it all talks about women and how to take care of them and how to be kind and how to be sweet. So as a boy, I had a dream that one day I'll meet somebody that I can connect, I can communicate, I can share something. But because now what I was taught, and what is still there right now, that's why R&B right now is not on the market because the restrictions have been removed. The restrictions of a woman playing her role has been removed. Now it's about equal and independence, or equality and independence. And that's why you find a woman goes like, hey, how dare you, king, you treat me like this? Or because I'm a woman or whatever, things like that. I can do these things myself. Then I'm vigorously, the next minute is like, oh, but you should do this, king, because you're a man, you know? So
So the women feel entitled.
yes, that's where the problem is because they don't understand what it means to say to somebody or to say to themselves that I am an independent or I want to be independent because somebody taught them that the values of being independent or being equal. These are not the values. These are not the values. These are not the values, and there will never be values at all. There will never be values. So that's where the problem. Like I'll ask you, what king? What is independent to you? What is independent?
Well, a person that's independent is they can handle everything on their own. That's my opinion. Well, my thing is this. So basically, where I think stuff is getting misconstrued at is women feel that because they have these independent mindsets that okay,
Yeah,
they go to work, but it's an issue. The independent mixed with the entitlement makes them feel like since I'm entitled, I make all my money for me while the man spent all this money on her. So
yeah.
wait a minute here. That becomes a problem because now I'm spending all my money and I'm feeling some type of way because you keeping all your money. Why can't we go 50-50 or help each other when it comes to, what I'm saying, building together? But
Why
I
can't
guess
they
they're
push
so brainwashed by society and that's how they think. So it puts us in a position as men to go across the seas and go find a different type of woman. Because I don't know if it's something that America's brainwashing, just America doing it. I can't tell you. So you in China. Does they do that in China too?
It's America's dreams. Yeah, come again. Bring it back again.
Like, do they do that in China also? Are the women conditioned like that, feeling entitled?
No, 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 no. That's completely different out of the box. I'm thinking here, from I can say from my own experience is that if women they just want to be there, sometimes you go like, no, man, get out of here. I want to be alone. The woman just want to be there and look at your face and want to touch. Like she just wanna, just she just wants she's not like distant away from you. She's just on your face. You don't get this. This is like a childish dream. That this is a boy's dreams. That's what I used to dream about. I used to dream about this. So if I see a Chinese woman, or any Asian or Indonesian or any Indian or Pakistan or any woman from any other country in Asia here is looking at your face and gives you all the love that you need, even if when they're educated, having degrees and having PhDs, they take care of their men. They take care of their men. That's how they do. So it's completely different. The thing is, I'll tell you, King, these women in America, they want to maintain their own life outside of their partner or outside of the relationship. That's what the problem is. You know,
Mm.
how do you exist outside of the partnership? It's like opening a business and then you say, okay, me, I'm gonna operate outside.
Mm.
If they want to, if they, yeah, that's what they're doing. It's like you basically bought shares, you bought stocks on the New York Stock Exchange,
Yeah.
but then again,
Yeah.
you're not involved. You're like, no, I'm gonna be outside. I don't want to be involved. I want to, you know, I want to see, I want to shape my own life. But it doesn't make sense because when you become a partner, it means that you gotta be there.
Partnership.
Partnership. What is a partnership? And what
Yeah,
is
so
independent?
basically, and you're right. It's like you want to do your own thing, but then you want the relationship to go with it too, and you want me to treat you like a queen. That's
Yeah,
not the way it works.
true. And I'm worried that even their little children are going to become that. They don't want to be treated like a queen. And it doesn't end as a queen. They want there's some little girls that are idolizing their moms to become slave queens at a young age. Because now women, they see their mothers, they're taking different forms when it comes to relationship. They want to maintain their lives outside of the partnership. They want to enjoy a life alone. How can you enjoy a life alone? What was the whole purpose of looking for somebody to be a better half? What is a better half?
Come on.
So the problem here is men in themselves also, because now they have a outdated system. They need to update their system because women now are making themselves vulnerable, and their vulnerability is cascading down to men. And men, when they feel like they're vulnerable, they rather go elsewhere outside of America where they can be respected, and there's a kind of superior dynamics. Now, women are killing all those superior dynamics of a man because sometimes they say, "Yeah, you be a man. You're a man. I'm a woman." So those are dynamics, but they kill
Mm.
those dynamics and they make you vulnerable, and they make themselves vulnerable too because they go out, they talk about you, they talk about you and tell other boys, other men that they meet outside this relationship and say and talk about how weak you are, how stupid you are, how
Mm.
talkative you are, that you talk too much. They
Mm.
tell those men that they sleep with, those men who are cheating on their wives, those pedophiles. They tell those men, and that's why I run away. I don't want to be vulnerable anymore. I cannot. These women are pursuing their own hobbies, new hobbies all the time. I was a new hobby to them. Now they find a new hobbies outside our marriage, our
So you
relationship.
think the main marriage is just a security blanket for them? What you feel? Like that's their security,
No,
then they need to go
women.
outside of it to experience more to feel fulfilled, a level.
Yeah, it's that's a confusion that they have because America has lifted all those restrictions of the role of a woman. They've lifted up. Now at the same time, women wants to be secured. you know Unfortunately, they don't understand that to be secure, you have to be secure together. Do you understand this? You cannot be secure apart.
Mm.
You cannot
Mm.
be secured apart or go and enjoy your life outside. You go to the park, you go gym alone because you said you want to find yourself or you want something. No, you secure together. That's why you see Indians, Asians marriage do last long than American marriages because they're always together. A man and a woman always together. Now, this woman does not want you to be around and say, no, 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 no. Give me time. I want to be alone. I want to enjoy life alone. I
Yo,
want to
I'm gonna tell you
exist
too,
outside. I want
especially
to
a
be
lot of
independent.
American women, and why I would say me going across the border and meeting a foreign woman, a lot of American women probably say I'm too cheap, but man, these women
Also,
out here are really
yeah,
expensive. Like I can't do it. No, it's too much money. The uptake for them, you have to buy them the most luxurious stuff for them to even feel like,
mm,
secure with you. It's just too much. Sometimes they put us in debt. I can't
yeah.
do it.
Yeah, because the women wants to grow, separately from you because they learned about independence. to be independent. They want to grow separately from you because they said that's what they are told how to make a relationship work. But what they're doing is once they go out, they go out with somebody. They don't even want to date somebody from the same neighborhood. They don't want to date somebody from the same university or the same campus. They don't want to date somebody from the same workplace because they want to be slay queen and date somebody outside and have fake workshops. And they go and visit the workshops. They've got a workshop somewhere, and then they go and enjoy life there. And while they're phoning you and telling you that, oh no, this workshop is going well right now, no one is saying women should be in the kitchen. I can tell you this. Nobody is telling anybody to be in the kitchen. We can buy food together. We don't need to cook. We don't need to be in the kitchen. We can buy food from McDonald's. We can buy food from KFC. We can eat ready-made food. All we're saying is don't make me vulnerable because you have said I'm a man and you're a woman. You said it yourself, because these women are spending time judging themselves on what they have accomplished. You know what? I have accomplished this. I have succeeded this independently. I feel like I have accomplished this. Then you know what they do afterwards? They blame you. They say the man is the one who is judging himself of what he has accomplished. That's why I wanted to accomplish my own things. They spend time judging, counting, listing of how many things they've accomplished without a man. And those are the blessings. And they paste all that on Instagram. They pasted that on every social media, showing what they've, accomplished. But that's not true. That's not the whole picture. That's why you see professors, doctors, most successful people, middle class, teachers, most of them go to broken homes and they're not married at all. Policemen and policewomen are not married, they go to broken homes. They ended up in bars all the time, and the beer makes them to
So
feel like they're
watch this, Cleo. I want to tell you a big situation I have in America. When you do stuff for people, right? I feel like you have to be fair with people. Everybody got feelings. When you do stuff, you expect somebody to want to do stuff for you back in return. That's just life, you know what I mean? And one of the biggest challenges I faced in America is like, let's say, for example, I got a girlfriend, right? And I did for her, but when she go to McDonald's or anything, she don't never think about me. And I complain, and never, ever listen to anything I had to say. And then when I bring stuff up in her face, she will say, well, if you did it from the heart, you wouldn't bring it in my face. No, I did it from the heart. That's why I bring it in your face.
I just told you.
Am I making sense of what? Because I did it from the heart, and that's why I'm bringing it up in your face, because you're selfish and inconsiderate. That's why I'd rather be a passport bro. That's the number one reason right there. What you think about that?
That's a superior to women that wants to be superior, because I've told you already, I'm going to respond that to say the interpretation and translation of what independence is does not work. Independence does not work. Equality does not work in that respect, because equality, there's America and China right now at loggerheads because the other one is superpower and the other one is superpower. It has never worked. Russia and America, the other one is superpower, the other one is a superpower. I mean, equally, if I had it when I had money, most of my friends didn't have money. When I was poor, most of my friends were rich. That's what I do. When I'm rich, I don't want my friends to also to mingle with the friends that are rich because I don't get the respect from them. So equality will never work. It has never worked. That theory, put it down, put it on fire, let it burn into ashes. It will never work, because if you talk about equality, women having equality, then let them push the truck when you go to breakdown. Let them push the truck, then you can be inside and steer the truck. Let them have the same ability as men. Let them have a strength as a man, lift up things. Let them have a power and the capacity to, courage. Men have a courage. So they can have a freedom. They want a freedom from what? What do they want freedom? Freedom from what? Because now anybody can go to university right now. A woman and a man can go to university. So which freedom are they looking for? It can't
That's
be.
it.
Let me tell you, King, let me ask you this question. Have you ever met a woman who's always preaching about self-worth? I mean, is that there? Instagram
All the
there?
time.
Yeah.
How much they work? I say, well, I work. Let
So
me
you
tell you
tell
something.
me,
I know one
what
right
are
now. I
the
just had a
what is the
conversation with. I
so-called?
said, "Well, you think you worth so much? I'm worth a lot too." Man, who you think? I mean, like, why are you coming like how much you worth and your value? I'm high value too.
You got it
And
right.
that's not fair to us men. And that's why we want to be a passport, bro. Stuff like that. Because women feel they value so much and like we don't value, like we not high value. And I ain't gonna play that. Maybe the Simpsons getting played like that, but it ain't about to happen, Captain. It is what it is. Like that woman thinks she all that. I tell them I'm all that just as well. Simple as that.
You're right. You're right. Because if they want to have, what you call, to want to have a control over their choices, they chose you and you chose them. So which is this other control over women's choices? What are these choices? Because I'm her choice. But she says now she wants to gain her control over her own choices. If she wants to go
Mhm.
and sleep with some young person there, I mean, it happened with Will Smith and his wife. He slept with her son's friend, the musician guy. You know, because choices. She had a choice. What kind of choice is it? Because this is a choice. Choice over what? McDonald? Choice over what? Peter? Choice
Yeah.
over what? Starbucks? What is this choice? Because you already have a makeup. You've got a choice of what a makeup. We don't share makeup. You have control over that choice of a makeup. How much control does a woman want? How many choices does she want? How much of a self-worth does she wants to feel? You know, this is institution, as I mentioned earlier. This is not a salon. This is not a barber shop. This is a marriage relationship institution. When you build a government, everybody is in. Nobody gets into the government and say, I want to be independent. You don't employ anybody in a Congress. You don't employ anybody in a state. You don't employ anybody as a governor and say, I want to be independent from this. Now I want to create my own. This state of
Come
Missouri is
on.
going to be independent. You don't do that. That's what
Yeah.
women are doing because they said women are saying we are overshadowed. We're
So
overshadowed by
I,
men.
I want to say this though. I think women are getting away with that because let me tell you what it is, and this is how they can't do it to me. Women are trying to connect you with this emotion. Once they connect you with the emotion, you pretty much bow down to them and do whatever they ask you to do. With me, it don't happen. That's why a lot of women, especially in America, they run away from me because they can't get me to bow down to their commands. They see that I got more respect for myself than to sit there and act like they such the prize and I'm not the prize. And that's another reason why they try to downplay us for being passport bros when they're running us off.
You're right, absolutely, because that is very true. Women don't want to be overshadowed, but they want a tall man because a tall man is going to overshadow you. Tell me,
Yeah,
a
it ain't
tall man.
happening
You want
over
a
here.
tall man? Yeah, you want a tall man, but a tall man is going to overshadow you. But
Yeah,
you don't. You are telling me you don't want to. You want to be independent. How are you going to become independent when you got a tall guy? That's not
yeah.
independence. You are short, and the man is tall, but you said you want a tall man because that's your preference. At the same time, you don't want to be overshadowed. At the same time, you want to be independent. At the same time, you want to be equality. That height is not even equal.
It ain't
So
even equal.
women,
So
it's not
now
even
guess
equal.
what that means? All that female want make us want to become a passport bro because there's too much drama behind that, too much of us as men feeling some type of way because the expectations that she don't want to bring none to the table for us. Like no, it ain't working like that. And let me tell you something, for Sips, maybe you do. Because you got some men out here that worship a woman for it, do whatever she want him to do,
Yeah.
jump how high you want him to jump, spend all his money. But if you could keep them emotions disconnected, to show that woman that these emotions ain't gonna come in place unless you're worth it.
You're
You gotta
absolutely
prove
correct.
yourself to me.
Men, because I don't blame those men, King the Travel. I don't blame them because their mother was like, my son, please make sure you can be kind to a woman. Please make sure you can be, respectful to a woman. Treat her with a courtesy, because the mother was a woman. So the woman, the mother, coaches a son to treat a woman with a kindness because she has experienced disrespect. She feels like she has been disrespected by the husband. She's now teaching the son, in future, if you get a wife, make sure you are respecting, you are treating a woman with a kindness, you are treating a woman with a courtesy, and that's what. Then what do
And
you get in return? The
and that's
woman
great. That's great. But guess what? That mama ain't teaching that son.
outdated. This
Guess
is
what? That
still
mama ain't teaching that son
in
how you treat
America
the
is
man.
outdated.
What the expectations how the woman's supposed to treat you. Because a good chance she probably ain't treat the son father no good either. See,
They,
people teach one way. You gotta,
yeah,
it's both ways. Because guess what? You could tell me to treat this woman like a queen, but how she gonna treat me? What are my expectations that if I bring forth to treat this woman to bring forth the tendencies, treat her like a queen, what am I gonna get out the deal? You think I'm just gonna get used and I'm gonna get abused?
so
It
you
ain't
treat her like
happening,
a queen.
Captain. And that's
You-
why I be a passport, bro, before that happened. Because one thing
Exactly.
about going across the water, you'll meet a woman, you have a good time, you live your life how you want to, drama free, and you don't have to worry about these thoughts in your head. You don't have to worry about these thoughts in your head. Is this woman going to treat me good today? Is dinner going to be cooked? Is this woman going to have an attitude? Can I communicate with her? You don't have to have them thoughts in your head. I call that stress killers. All that
True.
doing is taking years off your life. And that's why when men want to be passport bros, don't get mad at the man. Because a lot of things that these women not bringing to the table, and they act like they're too damn good to bring it to the table. I don't know
Too
why.
damn good. Too damn good. So we the thing is we have given the women, because you and I, we grew up in the world whereby we learned from primary school to treat these girls with the respect, because our world was already changed. We had already changed. We were already lifting their restrictions and on their goals. I mean, on their roles as women in the kitchen. Now those things have changed, and we changed. Now we respect. Like me, I make sure if a woman says no, no, no is no. I listen to her, I understand. No is no. But later on, she tells me, no, I was just testing you. What? But I was so serious about this, and now you're telling me that your no wasn't real, was fake.
Mm.
So that's the thing. When you can't even start dating, King Travel. You can't even date a woman. So hard. It's so hard to get a woman. Once in a relationship, it's so hard even just to try to kiss her. She can kiss another man who's not even in a relationship with her. She can sleep with another man that is not even in a relationship with her. But she cannot give you as a real man and as a real husband and as the real boyfriend. You cannot get that from her, but she can freely give it, distribute it, dispense it to others. Women are disrespecting men. Women are not even trusting men anymore. I don't know where is this things of not trust. I don't trust it. I don't trust. I don't trust men because men are dogs. Women are not even communicating with the men well these days as couple, as boyfriends, whatever, as they are in a relationship. Then women are not committed, King. No woman is committed these days in America. No woman is committed into a relationship. It's just a fly by night, just today. And women have stopped being kind to men. They have stopped being kind. They now started a new movement of disrespecting men, new movement of not trusting men, new movement of not communicating with men. They have started a new movement of not being committed to a relationship. They've started a new movement of not being kind, to men. And they have started a new movement.
They call it feeding them with a long spoon. Feeding them with a long spoon.
They don't enjoy men anymore. The men that they said, I love you so much, I would die for you. But they no longer enjoy that man's company anymore. Each time they see you, they want to get out and come up with excuses and stuff like that. I gotta go somewhere. They're showing you a long face. They don't want to talk to you. They're mad, the mood is changing and all that. They have no heart. They're not sweet anymore. They have no feelings. They're so insensitive. Even if you break your toes, your fingers, your hair, your brain. If you break your neck, they won't be sensitive. They just pretend that they're supporting you, but they don't even support your goals in real life. They
Mm.
make their own decisions, King. I'm not joking, because now
Mm.
they say they can make their own decisions. They can decide what to do. Can you do that in government? Can you do that in a company? Can you do that in organization? Can you do that somewhere? But this is organization. This is an institution, you know. But now men are afraid, King. That's why they're leaving the country, because they're afraid to talk. Men now are afraid to talk because they've been made to be sissy, to be afraid, to be vulnerable. Many now don't know how, women don't know the men's love language. There's a language. How to keep a man in love is to know the man's language, love language. How do you love? How does the king, the traveler, love? You have to study him, just like we study women, just like we treat them with a courtesy. That's why we are kind to them. We know their love language. We know there are women who love men. Now they don't do the same. They stopped that. They don't know men's language. They don't know your love language. They don't know your love language. How can that woman be your wife? How can that woman be your girlfriend? They change gears. Do you know how they resolve, how they solve problems in conflicts? They go out with their colleagues and go sleep with them. They go out with their bosses.
Hey,
They sleep.
girls' night
Go out
out.
with their friends and neighbors and
What a,
unfamiliar
what a way to
people.
communicate.
Just
Girls' night out. What kind of girls' night out? I hear you. I hear you. That's how you communicate. I'm not playing them games. That's why I'm a passport bro. I'm not playing none of them childish games. The minute me and a gal have an argument, oh, you know what? I'm going on with my girlfriends. Oh, go. I'm done. That's it.
they're reading too much things on the internet, the quotes. There are quotations on the internet where they read these motivational things, how to be in all these things they read on the internet is messing up a relationship. I'm telling you, it's making them to look empty. It's making them looking so empty, you know, because now men in America are afraid to risk their reputation, their image, or being attacked by women organizations across the world, because women organizations are going to ostracize you. They're going to shame you if you speak up. That's why men run away. Because women in America have options, many options. They can approach organizations and they can ostracize you and shame you. So now you men in America they fear the risk of being attacked, and their reputation is lost. What do they do? They just go out at the back of the house and they get their passports, and on their way they go, because these guys now they have options because of self-worth of choices, things that we tried that for over 50 or 100 years. The world has been trying to lift these roles of women because the world was changing. Now we give them everything. We give everything. We give everything. We're vulnerable. We love them. you know but they're super excited, they're overwhelmed that these roles have changed. you know they're overwhelmed, excited, and this excitement, they lose everything. It's like they're drunk, from the new roles they have, the superpowers they have, the independence they have, the equality that they have received.
Mm.
So now many don't know what to do.
Yeah,
So
we
we
know what to do.
go out, we get passport, we try. When we get passport, we don't have intentions to marry outside or to go out with the women outside. We are trying to figure out things. We're only trying to, when we get passport, we're trying to figure things out. But unfortunately, when we go out, Asian women, East European women, South American women throw themselves at us, and they give us the dynamics of what? Of superiority. They give us dynamics of what? Of being a man, masculine. They give us those dynamics that we have lost. They strip away, lift away all the restrictions of women that have put on us being vulnerable. You know, so they are excited to see foreigners. These women are excited to see foreigners. So our women back home are not excited to see us. Actually, their faces are long, they're angry, because of our parents taught us. And everything we learned is outdated. Everything that a man has learned is outdated. Everything that we have read from novels, romantic novels, the R&B songs is outdated. Everything that has been written of this and that, independence, whatever, it's outdated. The world has changed. Now women have got more choices and we don't know what to do. That's why we grab our passport. We have showed so much kindness to women, so much courtesy to women, and we're still going to give them. And we are worried about the girls, the young girls that are going to be, looking up to these women that have lost it all. So don't be shocked when you see men going out, like trying to figure out, because now a man does not want to lose it all. You have already said a man is a dog.
Yeah,
We don't want
yeah.
to lose it all. We don't want to
You
lose it
know
all. We don't
what?
want to become dogs.
You have to understand something too, when, especially with these women coming against us as being passport bros. Now, I don't agree with the men disrespecting the women in America for them being passport bros. I can understand the men pain. Don't get it twisted. And I'm not taking up for the women, but respect the women for how they are trained at this point in time in life. You already know what the American women have to offer. You already know how their state of minds are. You know the selfishness, how they carry themselves, how they communicate. Leave them in the dust right where they belong at. Get your passport and go across the water and enjoy a whole new life. It's that
That's
simple.
what must be. Yeah.
My thing is,
Even
it's no
as a
need to downgrade what American women bring to the table. Why? Because the reality is we have options, especially as American. You could get your passport, go get your passport. Let them American women sit in their little world and think that they're doing what is right. They continue to be standoffish, to continue not to want to communicate, to continue to be entitled. And let us passport bros go across the border and go meet us something beautiful, exotic, that when the American girl think they're dying across the water, they'll be below zero. So let us men go and explore what's across the water, because guess what? Sometimes we need that pressure from these American women. We ain't mad at these American women. Fellas, don't downgrade the American women, because I'm going to promise you one thing and take it from the king of travel. I done been
Yeah.
to Brazil. I done been to Colombia. I done been to Dominican Republic. I done been to Costa Rica. I done been to Africa, every place. And let me tell you something, all of Southeast Asia, Thailand, everything, the most beautiful women across this world. We got a lot of options out here, brothers. And let me tell you something, remember this. Them women in America that's a dime, in another countries are below zero. So fellas, ain't no need for us to show these women in America that we upset at the way they treat us. It's fine. Treat us how y'all want to treat us. It ain't no biggie. Because let me tell you something. I got 99 problems, like Jay-Z say. American gal ain't one. And
Nice
let me
one,
tell
man.
you something. Cleo, I had to keep it real, because see, I come from the heart. Ain't none of this scripted. All this is straight from the heart, how I really feel and how I really deal. I've been there, I've done that, and I promise you I ain't going back. And I'll say that again. I've been there, I've done that, and I promise you I ain't going back. No way in a million years. Because the thing is, it ain't just my personal life and what I face. All my homeboys face it. Do you know how many times my homeboy said, man, cuz you know how many times I wish I wasn't married? He said, man, I'm jealous of you, bruh. I said, what you jealous of me for? He said, cuz you a single man, you jump on the plane anytime you want to jump on the plane and have a good time. Matter of fact, cuz I'm going to Dominican Republic on Sunday. Going at
Oh,
the
really?
beach in the sun, drink some lemonade in the shade. And he said, man, I got to put up with my wife with the argument. He told me, say, bro, I ain't going to lie. I'd rather be to work than be at home. And then when I'm at home, I need a 6-pack of beer every damn time I get home of the stress I go through. He said, man, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's sad to feel like that. But he said, I'm stuck, man. He said, because he want to detach, but he don't know how to detach.
You can't. You can't. You should
I
forget
got
about it.
99 problem, an American girl in one. Passport,
Yeah.
bro, in effect. And I mean that with a passion. I don't care. Anybody go against me or how I feel, I'ma live my best life. And if I can't get my best life with a woman from America, around the world and yeah, I can't find my baby. Da, 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 da. I'm going across that water, and it's that simple.
It's that simple. It's that simple. Yeah, but everybody else is tired, bro. You're poor. They call you. You're poor. You are lazy. Poor, lazy. You shooting blanks. You're short. You're
Mm,
dark. You're what? You're this. You're everything. But and then when you come to a foreign country, you are being accepted. You know, with both. They even say, back in America, obviously in those countries, they're saying you're old. But here they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. If you're 30, you can meet a woman that's 20. But if in other places it goes like, hey, yo, you're too old. You quite old, sorry. Next month, next
you
friend.
you absolutely right. That's how it is in America. They got you in a box.
Yeah.
You could get a woman in a foreign country in her 20s and everything fine, no issue, everything good. In America, oh, you too old, you too this. Man, yo, you know what? That's crazy.
Everything you do this.
Huh?
Everything you're to this. Like
Yeah,
you're
you
too
too
old.
this, you too that. Everything is in a box. So, so why you want a gal in her 20s? Why you want a gal in her 20s? Well, I wouldn't mind one in her 30s, late 30s or something, but goddamn, she got to take care of herself better than she taking care of herself. It ain't about
Why?
that.
No, but why would you not? Okay, if you're 30 or 28, 29 as a man, why would you want to go out with a woman that's also 28, 29? I mean, she's completely lost at that age. She should have gotten married long ago, and there's so much baggage with her. And she's
Come on.
got so much long list of things, that standard things that she wants, and you cannot give it to her because she wants millions at this time, because her responsibility is that she's this age of, like, she's stressed and depressed, and you're gonna
Yeah.
receive all that depression, and she's gonna be on your neck breathing and shouting and angry because she hasn't accomplished, has not succeeded in life at that age, and she's wondering like, oh my god, I'm gonna be hitting 35, 40 without any accomplishments, and all that baggage is going to be on you. All her exes, experiences of her exes, ex-boyfriends and ex-husbands, it's going to be on you. So why would you want to go out with such person that has a load, that she can never offload it? Somebody that's over 30, bro, if you're gonna go out with her, definitely the first few days she's gonna be good. But eventually she will every day reflect on all her 10-year experience of upside downs, romances that didn't go well, the economic that didn't go well, unemployment, high education that didn't go well. She didn't finish her master's degree, or she didn't go for PhD. She didn't get she didn't get children. All that is going to come down on you. Why would you want to go out with that person anyway?
Come on.
So you if you come to Asia, if you're over 28, you're 28 as a man, or 29 as a man, you meet somebody here that's like a 24, 25, that's okay. And
Yeah.
that person is not calling you old. It's not calling you old. It's not calling you poor. It's not saying you're poor. It's not saying you're fat. It's not saying you're too tall or too short. It's not saying you're dark. You're what? They receive you, feed you. You make love together with that person. You kiss together with that person. You walk at the park together with that person. You go to the zoo together with that person. You go to museum together with that person. You go to the art gallery together with that person. You watch a movie together, and you're always happy that moment. You can feel it.
Yeah.
It's not the case. That's
See,
not the case.
people want you to get. They want you to get what society tell you to get. Well, maybe I'm not happy with what society tell me to get. Maybe I want something different. I mean, it is what it is. Maybe I feel like a female. Let's say, for an example, if a guy 30, a female 30, like, bro, you have to understand this 30-year-old female. I don't know what she done been through. You know what I'm saying? At least if the female a little younger, 24, 25, she probably went through some stuff, but not as much as that one at 30. Because usually that one at 30, boy, she done went through so much in her past that shit, boy, let me tell you, she the one going to really feed you with a long spoon. She the one going to put too much pressure on you. Man, you got women out here, let me tell you what they do, right?
Yeah.
I went to Africa and all that, right? When I met a woman in Africa, man, It was no such thing as if she liked me, she liked me. I call her. Oh, what's up? What's up? She called me. In every country, from Colombia, Dominican, no problem. In America, you call a woman too fast, she say you thirsty. How the hell you mean I'm thirsty? Damn, I like what I see. They got problems over here, man. And guess what? You call them 2 days later, then they're gonna wait and see if you call too quick. Man, I ain't got time for these American women. Boy, y'all fellas can have these American women. You can have them problems. How the hell I call you too fast? I call you 2 days later. And that's too fast? Who y'all think y'all are? Man, you must be crazy. I got 99 problems. An American woman ain't one.
Oh yeah, they don't want to be appreciated. Everything is about the laws, and this is not about the laws. You love somebody, and you feel like she can just tell you, like, no, I have a man. I know most of them, they lie about these things, And the funny thing is, I'm telling you that, the thing is, the problem that I have at least two problems here. I have a problem that if a man does not get a passport and leave the country when he's able to, that man, because his mother taught him not to leave that woman, his mother taught him to compromise. I'm telling you, you don't compromise anymore. You have compromised enough being in a relationship with that woman. That's the first compromise you just had. You compromised yourself by not being single, by saying that I need a better half. You compromised it throughout every day. You wanted to go and play basketball, but you couldn't because like you want to be with this woman because she's alone. You want to be with her. You can't leave her alone at the apartment or at the house. You want to be with her, so you can't go skating. You can't go and do BMXing. You can't go and do anything and hang out. There at the park. You are losing your independence, which they say they want to gain, and you are losing that independence. That thing of saying that, okay, I want to go in and love myself, and I want to go and be kind to myself. You lose all that independence, then you try to live with this woman. That's compromise. But these women now, once you give them all that, they want to become independent. From independent, while you compromise your independence for her to be with her. Now she wants to be independent. I still don't get it. I don't know. King, can you just understand what I'm trying to say here?
No, I understand exactly what you're saying. There's confusion in the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's confusion.
I compromise myself for you, but you want to be independent. Like, people take relationships for a joke.
I'm not independent because I've compromised so much. Now you want to be independent. Now I've lost so much time. I've lost all my hobbies, but she has more hobbies. She has options for new hobbies, and she has more interest than me. And I have sacrificed my interest. I've sacrificed my hobbies for her. I have compromised my independence for her. I have cut all my things of being kind and happy and love myself. All that I've cut it out for her. I've given it to her, the jewelry. But now she wants to take that jewelry and say she wants to be independent. It's like a stealing, man. This is the thievery. This is like thieving. She has just stolen something from me. I've given her that jewelry.
No, I got you.
The problem that I have is that these are two problems that I have. Is the girl child is looking up to this mother. The girl child is looking up to this mother, to her mother. The man is gonna have dementia and memory loss because of the troubles that he has to go through. Because a man is becoming now a dog. A dog loves its owner so much. Now at the end, its owner wants to be independent and say, I want to go my way. I don't want to walk with you anymore, dog. So that's where the problem is. So if you're a man, make sure you help a girl child not look up to a woman who is misguided. Because that's what is happening. If you're a man, you're going through this, and you are thinking that you understand woman, you will never understand a woman. She is complicated, but now they make it worse. Make make it worse. Those are the women, they make it worse. I don't denigrate a woman. I was born from a woman. I grew up among women, and I've seen their loopholes. I've seen their problems. And I know women that are greater that actually have survived for over 50 years in a relationship. And you know what? Let me tell you something. Even those 50 years relationships, marriage that they've been in, or 70 years in marriage, they were cheating, but they stick together.
Mm.
Yeah. What makes them stronger is because they were cheating. That's what I heard. They were cheating. I'm speaking from a person who was in a,
That's deep.
he
So
was,
why you say it made them stronger? Because they needed to cheat to level off the relationship?
it boosted them. It boosted them to keep their relationship. They don't, but you see, the problem with that, you got that bunch of women that are able to, they know how to keep a man in love forever. Because when they come back home after cheating, they do it better. But now that's different with these women that are making passport bras. These women are arrogant. You see, so these two types of women that are arrogant, and the women that are making these women that are making men to become passport bras, and the women that who knows how to keep a man in love forever by being in a relationship for over 50, 30, 70, or 20 years together because they know how to do it, but it does not mean they're not cheating. And what's making their relationship to be strong is because they cheat, and they cheat it in a way that it benefits her husband, it benefits his wife. That's how it works.
So how you
So
mean
now
the benefit of
problem
husband and
here,
her wife? What you mean?
the problem why, okay, I'll give you this example. The reason why men go through this stress and depression is because men take it too much. When they're in a relationship, they just think like, this is my woman, and they try to remain truthful, sincere, and honest to this woman. Only one woman. Then a woman sees that as a weakness, sees that as vulnerability, and takes advantage and preys on that man and cheats on that man and being arrogant to that man and disrespect to that man. That's what happens. So there are women who are in a relationship and they already know how to keep that relationship. The same way they have a secret in this relationship that they're able to keep it. In the same way they're able to cheat without a man knowing, without a woman knowing. And they know how to keep a relationship. Then that's why they go to
So
50
so
years.
your opinion, so when the woman be out there cheating like that, how you think they keep the secret so secretive? Like,
The
well,
problem, King, is that I'm gonna go back to that question. The problem here is why passport bros they came out from that relationship is because, as I said, they took it too much. They just had one woman, and they believed her, they trusted her, and the woman pounced on them and cheated on them. That's what happened. And passport bros now is stressed because this woman now is angry and upset and happy all the time because this is a problem. A passport bro has one woman, then a woman has couple of, what you call polygamous, or what you call the polygamous, or whatever you call it. She got a couple of guys, out there. That's why she's arrogant, because she had a better sex just yesterday. But this man is not at the same level. She tried to compare people. That's what is
you know,
happening.
I heard that sometime too. The women that have a better sex life with an outsider than their own man at home.
Yeah, they
Why you
compare.
think is that?
Yeah, they compare. They compare how you make love, how you kiss, how you touch. They compare how you speak to her. Because this other man outside, pedophile, or who's cheating on his own wife, he's actually using Google to type to check how to treat this lady, how to win this lady, and quotations in the morning. Good morning, sending messages, beautiful, with the nice flowers and all that. Then this man goes like, "Oh, but King of Trouble doesn't do this,"
Mm.
and she compares. Every morning, every afternoon, every evening, that man is always sending these gifts. He doesn't do that even to his wife. He doesn't do that even to his own daughters. He's sending all these beautiful messages. Then the woman starts gossiping about you, King, and say, King is like this, King is like this. Then the man goes to the internet and check the nice quotes, you know, that says, oh, how it should be, how it should be, and that's what happens. And she feels
Mm.
good, and she sees you as a nuisance, you know, as a nuisance, as full of yourself. You're a selfish bastard. You don't think of her because another man is thinking of her. Actually, fake things that he's doing to her, for her. You know,
Mm.
yeah. You don't take her out. You always say you want to save money. You want to save money. You don't take her out. You know, this man, he spends his money, you know, on her, but he doesn't even spend money.
So who you think the woman would like more? The dude she with at home or the outside dude?
You mean the woman?
The
Who would she like
woman,
to?
like she would be more connected to the guy she's staying with or the outside guy who's
Yes,
doing it for.
the outside guy, the outside gigs, because remember, a woman is always looking for attention, and she feels like she doesn't get attention from you. You ignore her most of the time, but she gets attention from this guy who's cheating on his wife, and he's with her. She gets attention anytime. She's on the phone, sleeps in another room, goes to the toilet, texts, do all kinds of things. When you go out, she speaks 1 hour, 2 hours when you're not even in the home. She's spending more time. So she spend more and more time with him. And he's always available. And you, even if you're home, you're not available for her. But this man is
Mm.
always available. You know, Valentine's time, she gets the best of everything. During her birthday, when you buy her a small cake, this man has organized something bigger than small cake,
Mm.
and you're comparable, and that's comparative administration.
That's deep. That's deep. That's real deep.
So this is the danger. I told you that men in America are in danger, and black people took them long. Latinos and all these other Spanish, it took them long to figure it out. And they're
Mm.
still, even men, when they're leaving, when they grab their passport and go outside, they're still trying to figure it out, but because they don't believe in themselves anymore, because they're everything has just fallen on their body. Everything has just fallen. Their eyes fallen, their nose fallen, their lips fallen,
Everything for
their
it.
hair
Keep,
fallen,
keep,
the ears fallen.
keep talking. Keep talking.
Yeah, everything has fallen. So that's where the problem is. You know, um, men are just in trouble right now, and it's the only way to fix it is to just get out of there and get a therapy outside, and be even when you're outside, you have to make sure that if you're in East Europe, if you're in Asia, if you are in South America, please protect yourself. Look for yourself and maintain your image. And if you meet somebody that you like, in the first impression that you get, don't lose sight and give the best, the same in the same thing that you gave your past girlfriends back in America. Give it to them. They'll be shocked that there's a man who treats them even better. So that's what happens. Women have actually, changed their moods. They've changed everything because they feel like they want to be independent. They want to be equal with a man. You can't be equal. That's impossible. You can't be equal. What you can do is that when we talk about equality, we mean that women should get the same jobs as men. But we can't say that we're gonna make women to be soldiers and fight can you put a woman as a soldier, like the whole battalion being like women? It's You need a man to be there.
Yeah.
Imagine King, you send the whole battalion of women to go and fight in Ukraine. From America, you send the whole team. You send them, like you send the whole army of women to go and fight. You tell me the equality that you're talking about, the independence that you're talking about. Fine, go fight. Let's put 1 million women to go fight men. Let's see what we are talking about here. If you
Yeah.
undermine men, if you really say this man is poor, this man is short, this man is fat, this man is disabled, this man is uneducated, this man does not come from the suburbs, or
So,
this man does not drive,
so,
he drives
so
not
listen to this, Cleo, and I'm gonna go and shut this down for today.
yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I definitely could understand that. It makes me question even sometimes. What do a woman really think about a man? Because soon as they get upset, everything comes out. You short, you fat, you sloppy, you this, you that. Like, damn, why are you with me if you feel like that? So the whole time you felt like that about me anyway. You just was keeping it to yourself.
Yeah, that's
In
what happens.
situations like that,
Because you're a man, remember, because you're a man, you don't tell, you don't talk. This is a problem. I'm telling you, King, it's been researched. Okay. When a boy is raped by uncle or by somebody or by even a woman, he doesn't talk. He doesn't talk. He doesn't talk because remember, genetically, like he's a man, he's a boy. He feel ashamed. That's what I told you already. The reason why men are leaving America, they can't talk because they've been told that they'll be ashamed. They'll be shamed. They'll be ostracized. They'll be taken out of the community. Nobody will trust them. That's why I told you, I gave you a list already that women stopped trusting men. So that's why a boy child, when he's raped, abused physically, mentally, psychologically, everything, in life, he doesn't talk. That is why you see, boys, men, the youth don't protest when they see problems in America because they have to get a job and look after their families because they've been told do not protest. The boys don't protest. The boys don't cry. Do you know that? Boys don't cry. So you don't talk about it. So these men have vulnerable, they are done, they're mentally ill, they have faced many challenges, they actually have got many disabilities by this time. And now they're just like a zombie. Whatever woman says goes. It's happening in many homes. I'm not kidding. So this is a problem. Men don't talk. Boys don't talk. Men don't protest. Boys don't protest. The youth don't protest. It's happening in your country, in America, where Joe Biden does whatever he has to do. America has to do whatever it has to do, send weapons and go kill people. But people in Turkey there's a collapse, there's a earthquake that side. There are many people that are suffering in countries like Malawi, poorest country. They give them only 1 billion. Then they send about 20 billion, 50 billion to Ukraine. They don't fix countries. But nobody protests about this. Nobody talks about this. Boys don't talk about this. The youth don't talk about this. Men don't talk about the abuse they get from their homes. You're not
powerful
good
knowledge,
enough.
Cleo. We're going to continue this segment.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Have
Peace.
a good day. Peace.
Why are you here on earth? What's your purpose? Do you have the power to save your family? Do you have the power to save your country? Do you have the power to save the world? Everyone has problems. Are you being truthful to your problems? Are you hiding your emotions? Do you acknowledge the unseen universe